Hi guys, Mrs. McMillan here with another read aloud for you. The one I brought today is called The Paper Bag Princess, and it's by Robert Munsch. The pictures are by Michael Marchenko. This one's a lot of fun if you think about fairy tales and what you think might happen, and then when you get surprised. It's super fun to be surprised in stories like this. Today's wow words for our story are going to be fierce, like the fiercest, magnificent, and fantastic. Those three words are our wow words today. Fierce, magnificent, fantastic. Listen for those words while we read together. The Paper Bag Princess. Here we go. Woo. To Elizabeth, it says, Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. And here they are. How do you think Elizabeth feels about Ronald? Now, how do you think Ronald feels about Elizabeth? Take a look here at his face. Nope, that's her. Here's him. See how his body is turned away from her? His eyes aren't even open. He's not even looking at her. Do you think he feels the same way about her as she feels about him? Put your comments below. Let's keep reading. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. There he is. He's getting carried off by the dragon. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Where do you think the horse bones came from? What was the dragon doing with them? Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Wow. This dragon is not a nice guy.
No, he isn't.
Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest," there's a wow word, "the fiercest dragon in the land, the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. Fierce. So if this dragon is fierce, what does that tell us about him? You might think about the dragons that you know or the dragons that you've read about. Kind of scary, aren't they? Maybe you can think of something else that's fierce. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge, deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. There they go. Now I think we're starting to learn a little bit more about the kind of person this princess is and the kind of person this dragon is.
Me.
Think about what character traits that they both have. They have different traits for sure. Fantastic, said Elizabeth. Did you hear it? Fantastic is another one of our wow words. Fantastic means that something is awesome. It's really great. It's so good. It is fantastic. Fantastic, said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. Magnificent, said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath. Did you hear that wow word?
Huge.
Does magnificent mean the same as fantastic? If something is fantastic, it is really, really good. I think this is a fantastic book. Tell me what you think about fantastic and magnificent.
You can't even say it. Magnificent.
Magnificent, said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? Why, yes, said the dragon. And he jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, Fantastic! Do it again! Did you notice what she's doing here?
Kinda.
Why do you think Elizabeth keeps trying to get the dragon to do things? So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. There he is. Looks like those are horse's bones all around him. And he's got a pretty full belly.
I know something.
Elizabeth whispered very softly, Hey, dragon. The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, Hey, dragon! The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move.
That's why she...
Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, Elizabeth. Wait a minute. What do you think he said? We know how she felt about Prince Ronald. And if we think back to that first page, we made some guesses about what Prince Ronald thinks about Princess Elizabeth. She just saved him. She defeated the dragon. What do you think he might say? Let's read on. Here's Ronald. Here he is talking to her. Uh-oh.
What's gonna happen?
He said, Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes. Your hair is all tangled. And you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a princess. Wow. I was surprised. I did not think he would say something like that. I thought he would say thank you for saving me. Ronald, said Elizabeth, your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum. And then they didn't get married after all. Elizabeth lived happily ever after on her own. The end. Robert Munsch has written lots and lots of other books. Here's a whole big list. If any of those look good to you, go check them out at the library or see if they're on Epic. Have a great day, friends.
They are on